or, you know, obviously Ranger with the Dire Orb, but yeah, we'll see how well DramiS makes it work once he gets to it, but both starting off with Ranger.
Now, cha1n went for the Mega before getting any weapons, but that does allow him access to Tribal and LG immediately. DramiS, though, yeah, he's not pushing here. cha1n's thinking that he will be, so cha1n wants to guard this LG just for a little bit, but it means no rockets, no rails. And as DramiS hits the top of the map, he's going to have a huge advantage, at least until cha1n starts flooding the top with all that Tribal. But there's the rail to open things up. Don't worry, though, cha1n. You got 9 damage.
And we're already seeing a lot of nice Tribal spam compared to what we've seen already.
Yeah.
cha1n's starting to utilize it a bit more.
Now it's going to be a second Mega, and he hasn't even touched a toe over on the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's playing super cautious, doesn't want to give away anything for free.
Oh,
he's caught him out here.
Here he comes. And the orb is taken, but he's stuck on the stair, but he doesn't get a whole lot of damage off the orb, but the LG is more than enough to finish him off. But now with 38 health, can he actually survive the next few seconds?
I think he can. He just needs to use sound cues and keep running. Until he gets, well, no, he does. He needs to get the orb back so that he has more options against Clutch, which is what he's doing right now. It's very smart.
Didn't even take away that second rail in order to deny the audio cue.
DramiS, what are you doing?
He wants to push this, but there's the rocket jump. That one's even more weird. That was almost like a Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, rocket jump up with the shield, Dire Orb under it, and yeah, DramiS puts himself in a hole, and he's gonna be feeling it.
Good job remembering that this is the armor that he took, and that it should be back up based off the cycle. And I like this. He's not positioning for Mega yet. He's positioning between to deal damage. And he hears now that Heavy's gone. I mean, that he left from Heavy. That's what I meant.
It was finally that one rocket that gave him that notice, but he's still down here in the puddle, not going through the teleporter just yet, taking that one rail off and then pushing through. That means that he's going to have the option of which way to break, but it's tantalizing having all that health on this side of the map.
Indeed, and I think that side of the map benefits Visor more to get the sight back and to use it more often. There's only 5 vials on this map compared to other maps where there's quite a bit more. So you kind of starved for that. That's why I think this map is based more off of the all-ins that you make with your ability matter much more here, and then you're just standard Quake play, like positioning, timing, decision-making, aiming matters much more because you don't get to use your ability as much. Wonderful, wonderful predictions.
Or, you know, you can just hit all of your rails, but at the same time, yeah, that was a lot of rush without a lot of potential benefit. I mean, once you come around the corner to enter LG room, you've actually got a lot of distance to cover before you can take another 25.
Yeah, and if you get hit and you're, like, stunned there, just...
Big flatland.
Yes.
All right, so cha1n spawning armor this time around and actually going up for... saw that Mega was already taken. That's going to put DramiS back over on LG. cha1n wants an LG. He knows that finding DramiS there would be a neat fight, but more importantly, this weapon is going to be the big deal.
I'm kind of surprised. Like, I feel like the better option for him, because right now he's locked out of rails, is that as soon as he heard the jump head for Tribolt, he should have rushed over to rail. Like, use the Dire Orb, go get Railgun, and then you're the one with rail and Visor isn't, right? I think he could have played it a bit safer, but it's working out for him. They're about even.
And this is where I really start to appreciate the stronger rails, because it makes it more appealing to deny weapons. Not something that's been in Quake for a while, a few years. Again, I'm going to be talking as an old Quake 2 fuddy.
Yeah.
But you know, you saw so many historic matches revolve around just, all right, I have to give up a lot in order to control this weapon, but as long as I'm controlling this weapon, you know, there's a line in the sand.
Yeah, it's like, even though they have such a greater stack, like, they can't utilize it, you know, so...
Makes things tense. Oof, but these great rails coming out of DramiS cha1n is very fortunate to do that damage and take away the Mega. So now DramiS has got to go lick his wounds.
Yes. Oh! Impressive.
Going for that last rail against this guy, but didn't quite make it. He almost wanted to shake his mouse there. I saw that. But he restrained himself. He's got more important things to focus on.
He should see that he's got sight, like, just get out, or try to.
Oof. The fact that he hasn't been killed yet is a bit of a miracle. He's done a great amount of damage, and he can take another Mega without getting too much pressure on it. But this could be another good angle for him, but he's not committing to it.
He's got to stop rounding that corner without looking at the LG. Like, he's, like, turning the corner rather than already, like, facing it and being prepared for it. He's taken 3 rails so far in this match, like, for free without return, and that's something he needs to adjust right away.
All right, so here, cha1n, if he wants to put some pressure on the rail side, he's going to need to recover some health first. DramiS is actually mid-map. Ooh, nice predicted rail, but cha1n didn't quite get the hit.
Yeah, RJ to rail.
Yep.
And the problem, cha1n has no rockets right now. Oh, that's risky.
It's always fun seeing somebody realize that, switching to rockets and going click. Oof. But again, these rails coming out of cha1n are incredibly consistent. DramiS is still very, very low. But it's up to cha1n to actually finalize this fight. And finding him has been the tougher part of the last round.
Yeah, I'm very impressed seeing that cha1n has kept his composure and that he's actually, like, he's making very good decisions, both aggressively and defensively. He's playing a very balanced game right now.
And just these free rails,
oh
3 in a row.
Goodness.
DramiS has no health whatsoever. He's actually, peeking the top of Tribal, which is so dangerous. Even more so because getting out of there takes him a bit of time as well. That one defensive rocket just saved him.
Yep, indeed. Okay, he's going to look for him at red, but that's not happening. Nice. Caught him that time. The other time he just whiffed it, but...
And again, the health in that banana is just so tempting, but you have to balance that against the risk of getting caught there. cha1n, though, he's not pushing in on that immediately. He's letting items go, but he's still doing so much more damage. Finally, he's able to get back up on that Mega with the use of the orb. Won't be using it aggressively here.
Yeah, he's playing a lot of, like, Cypher in that sense of valuing position and cutoffs more so than the items right now. And it's putting on a lot of pressure on the DramiS. DramiS is playing more predictable.
And on one hand, you're thinking, hey, I've got the items, but, you know, you start taking hits like that, and that's all you can start thinking about is, like, I have to keep getting these items.
That's a lot of damage from Tribal. That was like 60 damage there from just a quick, easy spam. Oof.
cha1n with these whizzes, not doing himself any favors. He's getting caught here in the cubby. With 1 HP, he almost made his way out of that situation, but he committed to it, didn't back out. And DramiS actually, he did turn around.
How did that work out? That's all I gotta say.
All right, but we're tied here on the frags with 45 seconds left to go. But this LG, cha1n just got stuck on the pillar. Pinned there by the LG.
Disrespecting Visor sight.
Yeah.
Like all he had, like, just had to sit a little farther back and hold position.
But here's where I would actually be scared of DramiS, because you know that as a clutch, he's going to go, you know, full tilt. He doesn't have the time to do anything else, and that's a very real possibility of a frag, like stack or no stack for cha1n. So yeah, going quiet here, I definitely appreciate it.
If I were him, I'd spam the other side. You can spam through and maybe hit a rocket.
Listening and looking for him to come through, popping through the TP, playing this game.
Oh,
but he's actually caught here.
This should be DramiS's frag.
And forces suicide. I mean, that is going to push it into overtime for the very first time.
No.
Oh, but he's almost caught. And the shotgun from long range.
What are with these fellas and going for Mega when they can't be going for it? Please stop. Like, you just got yourself into overtime. Just bide your time. Like,
give him a call, man. Yeah.
God.
Pause the match. You've got some advice. All right, so cha1n's going to be spawning heavy, and they're actually going to be down here in the puddle together, denying cha1n going through the TP, or at least DramiS thinks. Oh, but here's the chase, and he just got there so fast, and that's the thing about clutch. You think, all right.
I can tell he could try to activate it there, and he clicked on the millisecond that he couldn't go anymore. It was like trying to buy as much time and confusion, and he just bit off a little too much. A little more than
Just the speed he came through that teleporter. It'll take him 3 seconds to get there. Wait, he's clutch. It'll take him, you know, 2 seconds to get there.
And he was allowed to get all the vials.
Yeah.
So now he's got shield again. And I don't like this, actually. I would like, even with the stack that he had, I would like him to stay on rail side. Because now Visor has a huge stack and railgun, and that's what you want against clutch. You want to be peeking and poking and making him really weak because he's easier to hit before he can, like, close the distance, right? But... no, instead of denying the weapon, now Visor's got all these options.
Right, but to his credit, DramiS has been taking away a lot of stack, focusing on the smaller armors, just staying nice and safe.
Man, I like that he's holding position here, because if he catches a good rocket as Visor drops or something, he could use shield and rush.
Well, it's going to be all about these rails at the moment. DramiS taking a 25 and a Mega to stay alive, and actually, again, fast enough to catch him.
What?
And it's even the telefrag.
That's a shocker. Like, for the award, you get an award for telefragging with the shit? That's so weird. Well, DramiS was secretly playing Ranger, even though Ranger's still in his pocket. So,
I mean, it was a solid play. Again, I think cha1n's problem was just forgetting how fast DramiS could catch up to him.
Yeah. He needed to take the high route, not the low route. Like, once you commit to that area down there, you're trapped. And even if he didn't get telefrag there, he was about to get lit up with rockets, so...
One frag to go, and this could be DramiS finally getting a round on the board. And with the shield... Oh, and he's caught on the jump pad, too. There's just no way out of here. He's being really patient with the rockets, but the shield...
Let's see, what champion does he pick?
Just,
very good pick
there.
of picking Visor right away.
I'm going to actually keep my camera on him and see if he gets this quick return. Gets the rebound. Not quite. He's really rushing it. He's being incredibly aggressive. And the shotgun nearly did the job, but that will tie things back up here. One frag each. You okay?
No.
I'm sorry.
But
But this is a...
Oh,
okay, all right. I was just about to say, look at all these great weapons he has. He could just, like, maintain control for a while, but there's that Hail Mary Dire Orb once again.
Yep, weapons don't matter when that happens. 2 telefrags in 1 round. I'll be.
Man. All right, but that keeps him in the running here on Awoken. So cha1n's going to be getting the grab for Mega, and, you know, that spawn in the banana, like, it takes you a little while to get those weapons, but as we saw before, he's more than happy to stick out here, and it looks like he's going to be returning to that playbook.
At least like to see that last round that DramiS actually played clutch very well.
Yeah.
Comparatively to the other ones, so it's good to see. What are you doing with this fight? cha1n, what are you
Rockets?
doing?
Okay, okay.
Like, Tribolt.
Maybe I
is
could
the
just get the
perfect
100,
weapon right
you know?
there.
Yeah.
Against clutch, you're going to hit like 30, 30, 30.
Right.
Like over and over.
Really messy, but DramiS trying to go back to rail there. He didn't have LG. Shotgun would have done it. We've seen that plenty of times today.
No.
This could be a play here on the armor, but DramiS is just getting BTFO'd. He's just going to have to leave. And again, these long-range rockets, like, they're really cute. But I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Didn't even pay attention to
No.
them.
And though if he got hit by it, I'd be out of my chair. All right, but DramiS is going to be taking another rail, and he's getting caught on this jump pad. He's looking really crippled here.
Ugh.
Where do I go? What do I
Still
do?
needs another health bubble where you can get
Yeah.
railed. Oh, this is rough.
Bye. And he got the Mega, too. All right.
Oh, my.
All right, so now DramiS
What are
can
you
drop
doing?
it. He's got the shield. He's going to be pushing in, but there's the rocket jump to get out of there, and so DramiS is going to be losing his ability. And now he's got to focus more on getting some armor.
Here comes the rush. Bye-bye.
Oh.
You're dead.
Almost out of the map, too. All right.
A lot of questionable decisions there. Here comes some more. This is a tilt rush. What is this, man?
Yeah.
Like, DramiS didn't do any damage, yet he rushed like he made cha1n weak. Like,
I mean, cha1n's not doing all that well at the moment, but that Mega's going to turn things back around.
it's like he does know if cha1n wins 1 more round, he wins the map, right? Like,
It's important.
oh, nice shot. He had, I think he had sight for that last one. 100% for
Looking
sure.
for this rail. Oh, he whiffs it. And that was actually a risky peek at 50-50. Still a long time before any of these items come back up, and he's really putting himself on the back end here.
Oh, that's...
Is he going to try to hatch this Mega? Well, with Doom Guy, at least he can kind of hover around it.
Look for a rail here.
He's going to hear the drop.
That's a nice drop down to like protect yourself from
Yeah.
that angle from DramiS. It's good.
That still allows cha1n to get the Mega here, so they're going to trade items with a little bit of extra damage from cha1n.
No, like he's just holding high ground, holding position. Because the one thing he doesn't want to get is caught out with LG as
Right.
Doom. Get like Visor rushing in with sight and just catching him double jumping, and then it's over. Especially on this map, like you get boosted off the map sometimes, like, or even like an unfortunate jump from that rocket area to above heavy. If you get railed, sometimes you're
Gone.
flying.
Yeah.
Moon physics.
But cha1n's doing really good work with the with
I
the
like-
rail,
I
but with
like
that
that
one whiff,
decision.
yeah, just immediately break off. Realize that you lost your advantage, and keep your stack. All right, so cha1n is still looking for these kind of dead angles on DramiS, but DramiS is going to be yeah, just pushing through the banana at this point.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of fight I was talking about.
Yeah.
Almost got pinned to the wall. Switch to
Oh, but-
rail.
Yeah, all these rockets coming out of cha1n.
Don't get railed here.
Good-
DramiS
good-
hasn't
good
really
tip.
tried to shoot through the portal grates at all yet.
Haven't seen it too much.
Just cha1n has been trying to utilize that a lot.
But cha1n's committed to this corner. He gets one rail out of it without getting pinned to the wall by those rockets. Still looking for a play to the jump pad. It's a lot to commit to that prediction, but there's the rail anyway. So no punishment there, and DramiS is just immediately turning tail and heading back over towards Mega, but of course it won't be up. So cha1n is just bowling him back into this half of the map.
Both playing the rail game, and right now cha1n is winning. Yes. Oh, I thought he got that. It was the right read, the right play. Just missed the heal. And DramiS was able to get Mega and armor. But man, cha1n is getting really good reads on the quick rail angle like peaks.
Yeah.
Predicting very well when DramiS will be there. And keep it very low. And yeah.
Oh, wow. And especially through that teleporter, that was instantaneous. Putting DramiS right back where he started.
Might end the game here. Might be able to end the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's very predictable. Okay. He fired a little too early. He needed to bait it a little harder, and then he probably would have.
It's a lot of health he took away, though. So, yeah, he's going to need to put a little bit of extra work in, i.e. one more rail. But there's the break off for Mega. I mean, he could berserk up and put a lot of pressure on DramiS here.
Oh, no.
Missed it, but with 10 seconds left.
Win, yeah.
He might be happy to sandbag here.
Run,
unless he gets shafted,
away.
He's having to run.
Use the punch.
Luke. All right, but that's still going to be it, 3-1. It was a lower budget version of that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but 3-on-1, that first map is going to go to our very special guy, cha1n. I mean, those were some special rails, but
his rail aim was on.
It didn't really become apparent whether or not he wanted to, like push in for the actual frag or just like sandbag.
Almost 2,800 damage.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
Nasty stuff.
That's tough to deal with.
All right, so I think I actually had the read for the next map. What are these people talking about? Okay, it's actually DM6 coming back up. So we got some Butt Covenant, some Champ Ground, some Blood Covenant, whatever you want to call it. What do you prefer?
I've been trying to say the proper name and say Blood Covenant. So
why the air quotes on proper?
Well, I mean, it's the new name. We all know what it used to be, but it's a
meet the new name.
A new name now. Yeah,
same as the old name.
It's a little different, so I'll give it that.
All right, but we're going to be going right back into it, and with the rails that both of these guys have been playing out, yeah, Blood Covenant could be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna whoever spawns heavy sides, and I think you might see cha1n try to play Nyx because of that, or Doom off the start. Yeah, so that you instantly, if you spawn bridge, you just go get rail, and then you have the rail advantage and be able to, like if somebody rushes machine gun to portal right away, you can chip them and force them to go back.
Right. Back around a long way.
Yeah, and then you get the like rocket control or LG depending on what you want, and then deny rail from there. So we're like Nyx and Doom allow you to instantly just get over there and.
There's like what 4 or 5 spawn pairs here.
Yeah, there's like if you spawn at nail, the one person spawns at nail gun, the other person will spawn at LG stairs.
Yeah.
So if you get that spawn, you should honestly never go down to LG. You should always go up because the guy with nail gun, if he rushes LG, he has the angle on you and has the advantage, and it's not fun.
It's like corrupt to keep with that nail gun if they spawn at rocket launcher. Like great, they got the rocket launcher, but the nails will just do the job.
Nail and mega health.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that distance is really precise. Like you do get to that mega first, unless they've got a champion that gets them there.
Exactly.
All right, but here we go. It's going to be
mirror match.
Yeah, not a very popular map today. But at least we've seen it, unlike Ruins of Sarnath.
Yeah, and cha1n's the one we saw.
Yeah.
Played earlier, so I'm assuming it's probably his choice. I think cha1n probably dropped Sarnath.
Okay.
I think it's like, what was it? I think Veil of Noth was DramiS' favorite map, and then once that's kind of been like phased out for Awoken.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
I think Sarnath was like his favorite or best, and people because he's playing all the time, so you get that info. And since it's drop, he's just never going to get to play it. So until he gets to the finals, if that happens.
I don't think Dewey hates it. All right, so it's going to be the Codpiece crew from these guys here. As we have a full mirror match, cha1n getting the spawn on Nailgun. Yep.
Oh, no.
He had the angle, but didn't quite have the time. So that's going to be Mega still left up, as it's a little bit ambiguous who's going to get it. So cha1n is going to go, hey, screw that, I'm going to go get a rail. But guess what? DramiS had the exact same idea and is able to trace him down with that LG and get a very, very fast first frag.
Mistake after mistake. Just very little movement mistakes, like set up all that so DramiS could push all in. And yeah.
A little bit of extra time to figure out that he didn't want to go for the Mega and go for the rail instead.
Yeah, and just such a clean kill that he's in such a great position now. Has high ground on the map, has the trifecta of the best Quake weapons, and I don't like that. Rail? You switched to rail? You have LG, you have rockets. He's like, they're like, my rail. Okay, I like this. Just deal some damage and back off.
Yep. And you can take all the ammo back. Mega's going to be good timing for DramiS. Oh, and this machine gun could actually be pretty dangerous, especially since cha1n is still getting through the TP. DramiS heard it. He's actually expecting a drop down here, so he's not wanting to push just yet. Not until he gets his own heavy machine gun. But he's got to know he's going to be eating some rails at the tail end of that.
I like how...
Nails.
Well, I like... You know, he looked at the teleporter thinking, you know, in your mind you think, okay, where I'm going to look at the teleporter is where I'm going to look when I'm coming out.
Right.
That's not the case. You should have just entered it and already been ready. Like, you're already looking center. So, like, he took, like, a little extra time that he didn't have to. But it's like a hard habit to kind of break.
I mean, if he got caught by those nails, it would have been lights out very, very quickly. But as it stands, he's able to recover here. And they're going to be meeting very briefly at LG. And there's the jump pad up to rocket launcher. But we're not seeing a whole lot of rails coming out of either of them at the moment.
Okay. Holding ground with LG there is pretty good.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, cha1n went extra silent there, and DramiS ended up paying for it. However, this is not going to be a trade. Okay, so cha1n is actually here. DramiS is going to get the armor, but he's not going to be RJing up for the bridge. He's going to go for rail instead, which is a potential rail across the pillars, but DramiS just ended up eating it instead.
You see, this is what I was expecting earlier today. See how when they're getting weak, since they're these medium champs and they have the 100 armor, they are playing to restack off the lights.
Yeah.
This is a good map to play that style.
Oof.
He probably had sight on him. That would be a yes. So, you're not getting away from Visor there.
Oh, and he didn't see the nails coming either, so yeah, he's going to try to run through and get the armor, and he actually got away with it.
Like,
cha1n switched over to rail. I think he was still in LG range there, too. Like, he had him dead to rights, but he finally got the finish off, made up for that, and took that first round.
Trying to do the flashy combo kill.
Yeah. Got to get those medals, got to get those runes.
Round begins in
Never going to get a plasma unless you do.
2, 1.
All right, but round 2, we got cha1n with a similar spawn, but a little bit shifted, which means that, yeah, you can go up that jump pad at will, but your opponent still has the opportunity to machine gun from the other side of pillars.
Making the much safer play this time.
Yeah. But it also means that he's going to have a little bit of a slower time getting over to rockets and subsequently rail.
I like how he peeked there to bait the rail shots and knowing like he's at the disadvantage and then being able to work his way across to RL. Gain information that way as well.
But he's been spotted here. He's not going to have a free way to get to rail at this point. Unless there's a drop down or a knockdown here. cha1n's put on the jump pad. DramiS is going to be up top, and yeah, cha1n doesn't even commit to it, but look at all this damage he's getting out of it. He's going to have the angle, and right into his lap, the shaft finishes him off.
Wonderful weapon selection. Just picture perfect.
Yeah.
That's that. And
and he goes like, damn straight, I'm getting a rail now. This is mine.
Yeah, it's DramiS just kind of stuck around and lingered a little too long and just needed to reposition and realize, you know.
I can sympathize a little bit. Like, once you hear that jump pad, that sounds like an opportunity, even if it wasn't in that particular point.
At those fights, like the way that the arches are built, it's very tough to fight Doom there because of how he can double jump and then have the rocket angles on you where you don't on him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what cha1n was doing. He had rockets, so he was like holding those positions.
All right, but he's going to... Oh, didn't quite make the jump all the way over, but he wanted that health anyway. I think it was intentional. Mouse wiggle was just for show.
Intentionally unintentional.
Yeah, sure. Happy accidents. That's what my parents called me. All right, so armor's going to be coming up here, but it's going to be a delayed pickup from cha1n. That puts a good 10 seconds between the Mega and the armor. cha1n's going to be aware of that from the last jump over of DramiS to the Mega, so all this pressure that cha1n is building up towards the pillar side, he's kind of drawing the noose.
Yeah, you want to see him right now. If you're a cha1n fan, you want to see him. He has the information now. You want to see him hit another rail. Yes, and now you want to see him move in. He's making the smart play. It's like waiting for the Mega pickup. He knows the timing now, and he knows that DramiS doesn't have punch anymore.
And
I like how he's not going for the heavy right away. He's playing position and trying to chip away first.
cha1n was actually giving more respect to DramiS there than he deserved in that moment. He was kind of playing that LG angle like he knew that DramiS knew that he was going to be there, but DramiS wasn't even looking his way. So with 4 seconds left to Mega, the timing on the items is going to stay about 10 seconds here, unless we see even more delay. Nope, it's going to be a necessary pickup. These rails, though.
Yeah, do some math, fellas. There's a health bubble right there. God, man. Okay, all right. Well, DramiS with some nice rails in a row. We'll look at it that way. and he's bringing himself back into this game.
I'm more than happy to view it that way, yeah. But, I mean, he's really bouncing him through here. We might actually see, using the Berserk Pad to close in on Mega, cutting off that route. He's still going to take a lot of machine gun, but at least he trades it with a rail.
Now, if I were him, I would want to go cut off the low armor, which is what he's... No?
He's coming back up top to rail. All right.
It's like that's the one armor that Visor could easily access there, you know, and like you already took the other one at pillars. He can't get it. So he should have went over there to try to cut him off and look for the frag.
Well, that's still going to be a freebie for DramiS. Not even any real damage coming out of cha1n.
Oh, he just was out of position to hear Visor going to rail, so he might not know that he's there yet.
I like this from DramiS, leaving the Mega up, knowing that it's not going to be taken anytime soon. But he didn't actually catch cha1n over by the rail either, so yeah, just a lot of misinformation on both sides.
Okay, we've got a super stack duo, but we have Visor with sight now.
Yeah, that'll take a lot of the
cha1n
ambiguity out.
So he knows... That's a nice little move here to trick cha1n with sound.
He's going to be relying on his rails a little bit as armor's up. The drop will be dangerous for both of them here. DramiS is going to cut him off and then just move on through. 3 seconds to Mega, so this is DramiS. Should be able to come back through books, but wants to play through the teleporter, and DramiS wasn't looking the right way, but yeah, he immediately gets the read and like, hey, if you're here, I guess you were, you know, 1 second off of that Mega.
I don't know if he heard the armor picked up because of the sound of the Berserk, so you might not have the right information to be able to punish cha1n a little bit. I don't think he'd be able to get a kill right now, but just like to chip him down and keep him on the backside of the map still.
I mean, DramiS just took a lot of damage here.
That's good information. He should know that he's below. I don't know why he dropped down. Whatever. But
just in case DramiS wanted to show up. I mean, might show up with a little bit of punching, but yeah, he's using the Berserk Pack largely just to cover distance and cut off angles. But we're about to go into overtime here. The so-called sudden death.
The more this goes out, the bigger advantage Visor has, I think, because of sight and the potential to get the jump on the fight. Which is, I think, what's happening right now. Yes.
Risking that situation every time on DramiS' end. Yeah, but he's got a rail to keep him at bay. Armor's going to be back up, and this time DramiS is going to be going for the Mega. But with the time difference, there's still some time, especially with this drop down from DramiS, for cha1n to put some pressure from the other side, but he is nowhere to be found. But
nice shot. And that was without sight, too, so... Oh, wow.
Nice double whiff.
Millimeter.
Yeah.
Like, DramiS is playing slow. He's not trying to... Oh, why flick?
I'm playing with Dewey too much. Alright, so DramiS.
Too true.
He's looking for these longer angles on the bridge, but of course cha1n as well. But yeah, cha1n is ducking behind these corners just a little bit longer. And so DramiS is getting totally thrown off on, hey, where are you? Why are you?
Nice use of sight just to go in there, hit the rail and leave, and just create space to get heavy. Then he's on the side of the map with more vials, so he'll get the sight back pretty quickly.
But as a result,
already like 10 seconds into the edge again.
Yeah. I mean, that brings the Mega and the Heavy right back into close timing, but it's another play through the teleporter. No initial rocket from DramiS means, yep, give it up. You didn't get the bounce, and now you've got to bounce out.
Looks like cha1n used sight for that fight, which is kind of odd, but... So he doesn't have it now, and he can't catch DramiS in the lower area of the map going to Mega. Well, he predicted it anyway. DramiS cannot be taking another rail here.
Oof. Oh. I mean, he risked it, but yeah, he didn't get the hit either. So it's going to be, you know, the classic armor and Mega trade. DramiS is staying high, though. It's giving him a lot of decent angles, and that rocket's going to give him some info.
I think that's why right now Mega side is better for DramiS because there's less angles to get caught out from. He can hold better position to try to bait those sight fights out and then get after. And he's got more access to the light armors. So he collects the Mega and he gets 100 armor back.
It's got to be frustrating, though, because DramiS actually had a good read on that Mega, just got nothing out of those hits. It was really good defensive damage out of cha1n, but that is going to force both of them to go recover. DramiS not even looking for that rail. It's impossible to hit somebody who doesn't know you're there.
Yeah.
That's just, science.
I think this is going to come down to whoever hits a couple rails in a row and can be fortunate enough with even a predictable push to catch them with LG and to finish it off, or heavy machine gun. Machine gun is very effective on this map with the long sight lines. Or have to catch, like Visor catching him with rockets. Oh my
There's the
goodness.
double, and now cha1n has none health.
Good
and
read,
he comes
read.
at the rocket launcher jump pad. He leaves it, though.
Oh, he misreads where he goes, though, and...
You didn't hear the drop.
Yeah.
I mean, DramiS is still just defaulting to staying up here. And yeah, this is the classic trap.
Round 2 complete.
You said something about that small armor a while back. Yeah.
Yep.
Against Visor.
Prepare to fight.
All right, but that'll tie it up here at 1-1. I mean, this is Blood Covenant, but haven't seen a match go like that since the Knicks days.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, but I mean, that's what I'm kind of expecting to see. Both players making very good decisions on trades and utilizing the light armors to get back into the game. And I think we're just seeing a couple small missed opportunities from both players. Like a rocket here or there could bounce, and then, you know, they'll commit for a fight after that. But
And I got to hand it to cha1n here. I mean, he did the right thing off that spawn, realizing that he was paired up against DramiS' Ranger with all that pressure on Mega. But this damage, how can you ignore that? He's still looking for a way to run away, but there's no health down there. It's already been taken. DramiS has it all.
Nicely done.
And DramiS has backed up cha1n.
Just a wonderful sequence for DramiS. It's picture perfect. Very strong play.
All right, nice ready up. Going to be putting some pressure on this Mega. Even though it's taken away, I mean, the damage is still good. That LG was dangerous, but actually because he had to push that far in for the frag, he no longer has the ability to come get this armor.
I don't think he was actually like trying to time perfectly for the telefrag there. Once he threw it, he knew he wanted to activate it just a bit before, just get a little splash damage, but so that he's looking right at him in the corner, and he set him up for perfect pop, pop, pop. He's just dead.
Nice, yeah.
Nice end of the round. Very, very nice play with Ranger there.
Actually, it looked like he wanted to, you know, put some pressure on Mega, but that fight actually got messier than he wanted. So, you know, put some pressure on Mega. No matter how it goes, go back, get armor. Pretty standard fare, but it was a good response. But, yeah, the nice triple whammy. Nice. That's going to get him back over to armor very quickly. Still has to, you know, split the difference and come get a LG.
So, I mean, what he could do right now, though, is he could get heavy machine gun. Since he left this armor at his back, he could trade a bit of damage and then fall back to it. And maybe be a little healthier than what cha1n would be expecting. But right now is a precarious situation.
I mean, perhaps unbeknownst to DramiS, there's a significant split between the Mega and the armor now. So if DramiS like shows up on this armor early, like he's doing right now, okay, he's actually leaving it, and 11 health is a good reason to say, you know what, forget that. Maybe I could just go get Mega. And it's going to be the orb, and he misses it! It's a jump pad play, and he's totally screwed.
First of all, why are you just going for that without intel? He could have fired the orb down the hallway and escaped and gotten heavy, got all the health, whatever. Whatever, man. Sometimes
so missing it is just the icing on the cake, really. Yeah. Right, but
like even if he got the Mega there, he was going to get crushed.
Right. All right, so cha1n. He's well up on weapons as well as his stack. DramiS is not looking all that hot, but certainly he's got a rail at this point, right? He's going to be up on the stairs. He's going to have a really good rocket, but where's the follow-up? Finally gets the switch over to rail. A little bit late, though. He's still going to be weak, and it's a punch to take him down to 7 HP. So there's no rail coming out of cha1n. As armor goes, oh, he came back for it. All right. By the way, I forgot one thing. Yeah. That's a tough spawn for DramiS, but he's able to defend it well. Very well.
Good job. Keep on the pressure.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought that rocket was going to donk.
That's why I like to aim those a little at the ground, just in case. Like, don't rely on it hitting direct.
Right, so DramiS is still going to be refilling on rails here. He's still out in LG. But after armor, I mean, it could be in the cards here pretty soon. No, he's going to be going for the rocket jump instead. And losing track of cha1n here.
He's going to give up high ground to get LG. Oh, he might have
Spotted.
caught a glimpse of him, though. Yeah.
At least he's got a good idea for this next route, though. So he's going to take Mega, and actually, with the timing being split like this, there's a real potential for DramiS to maintain this control. That will, however, invite a fight from cha1n.
Yeah, right now you can't. Yeah, you have to respect the fact that he could be hiding somewhere waiting for you to go with sight. He couldn't just, like, leave heavy up. Like, that's like all the situations where we've seen cha1n leave items up. It's like you can't...
The punches? Really against an LG? All right.
Do that.
Can't push back against that shaft. And that's going to put DramiS down to his visor. cha1n's popping his own sight. He's got him kind of dead to rights here. Looking for that... Oh, nice shot.
take
He's
all
looking for the last
nails
angle.
and
It's just barely out of his reach. He's chasing it, though. He's getting that last rail, and he is hungry like the wolf, and he's able to take that round back, tying it back up 2-2. It's his last round to take a map and stay in the running here for the grand final.
Yeah, I hope DramiS just mentally resets himself. He made a couple huge blunders that round, but hey, it's another round. All he has to do is win this one, and he's still alive.
Just like the last one, yeah, that's all.
Indeed.
All right, so Mega's going to be up, and again, with the changes to the machine gun, like, it really changed how those spawns got played. Like, immediately, you would want to see, like, okay, either they're going to come out the jump pad, or if they don't, I go for the Mega. Now, whether they come out the jump pad or not, I hang out with machine gun for a little bit. But my god, these rockets, and the drop right back on down, and cha1n didn't even have to look at that one. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, he was railable there, but I think staying and fighting was the right decision. There's a very high percentage chance of him to win.
Oh, jeez. That perfect rocket raining from above.
You know what's sad, too, is he was using sight there. And he, yeah, he got...
He saw what was coming.
Yeah.
Couldn't see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, though. All right, Mega. It's going to go to cha1n. He's delaying it a little bit, though. They're both delaying. Oh, this is cute. This is classic DM6.
Okay. So, what will he do now? Well, it's going to be interesting to see whether cha1n now hangs around heavy, since he might not know it's that delayed. You know?
Right. I imagine he might have an inkling, but
This is a
cha1n
good
had no
jump with
idea
LG. Oh, wow.
about the play from the stairwell, but that response, that defense, really played it out well in the clutch.
Yeah. It's just wonderful tracking, and then that switch to rail. All the difference. Uh-oh.
Oh. Where's the follow-up, though? He's going for punches?
Can he die to
Because
one?
he's...
Oh, he mistimed his own heavy pickup, and that's how it's going to end.
Oh, no!
Oh, man.
You ever internalize how much your opponent is delaying so much that you forget your own?
Oh, man.
You don't have to answer that.
Yeah, probably at some point. Yeah, but still.
But what a way to finish things.